Welcome to Community Taking Action, ABCD's program highlighting people and organizations doing great things in and around the Boston area. Today we are joined by Candace Gartley, the Executive Director of the All Dorchester Sports League. Thank you for coming on the program, Candace.
My pleasure, Eric. It's great to be here.
So what we like to do on the program is talk about, great organizations that have been doing things in the All Dorchester Sports League we are very anxious to hear about. But I also want to talk a little bit about Candace Gartley, since you have been active and involved and working in Dorchester for a very long time. So let's start there. I believe you have over 20 years in Codman Square. Just a little bit on that.
Sure. I'm originally from New Jersey. I am not OFD.
Not OFD.
No, although my children are. Through a career change, I decided to work closer to home. And when the position at ADSL opened up, it seemed that it was a really good fit. It was time for me to move on and to make a difference in another part of Dorchester and to take the things I had learned at Codman Square that were so successful and try to move that into my other neighborhood not too far away. So that's where I am now.
Talk about the history of the ADSL.
The kids came up with this idea that they wanted, they thought that they could come together through sports. And Ray Flynn was very supportive of that. So that's how ADSL came to be born, because it's all Dorchester Sports League. It's not all sports, it's all Dorchester Sports League. They had a really dynamic executive director and a co-director, and they moved this organization to a place that was the premier sports organization for the largest part of Boston. Somewhere around the late 1999, early 2000, there was a transition in leadership and there was a vacuum. So the city had pulled back on its funding, so they went from about $1 million budget to a $100,000 budget overnight. Wow. Now, this is the part of the story that I really like, and it tells me that the neighborhoods are very strong, and they're the ones you need to rely on. The community stepped in. They said, this is an organization whose programs have really fully supported our kids in so many ways, so well for so many years, we're not going to let this die. So it basically became a volunteer organization, and they kept things going for a few years until they cobbled together enough funds to hire a part-time director. And he stayed on for about 2 years, and then he moved on, and then they hired this young man who had come up through the ranks at All Dorchester Sports League. He had graduated from Suffolk. He was on the baseball team. He had his degree in marketing and journalism, so he took over the helm of ADSL. He moved the organization to the next stage. He kept the baseball programs intact. He helped with the physical plant of the building. He made it more accessible to the neighborhood. He added on fitness, academics, and nutrition component to the baseball and softball that they offered. So he stayed there for about 5 years, and then he decided he needed to move on and try something different. When he moved on, they put the call out, and I thought, this is fantastic. This is exactly what I want to do. It's my opportunity to grow an organization, to help an organization the way I was able to participate in the Codman Square Health Center growth. In the late 90s, we expanded our programs to include our Education Resource Center, which provided tutoring for students after school and out of school tutoring. And then we also, my predecessor had arranged a fitness center, so we do fitness and strength training. We have a fantastic person who trains people. He's an ex-Marine, and he also works with another volunteer of ours who just played a game with the U.S. national rugby team in Hawaii. So they're very, very attuned to the fitness processes, and they have a great class that they offer, and other organizations are hearing about us now. For example, we have now Dorchester Youth Hockey are bringing their kids for preseason training, and we're looking to reach out to other organizations that we can help.
So you do baseball and softball.
Baseball, softball.
But you're also doing fitness training that would apply to any sport.
That's right. That's right.
And is there a fee?
We try to keep it very minimal, because there are people in our neighborhood, of course, struggling. It's been a tough economy, but I want to make it accessible to everyone, so we try to work with everyone. So.
And do you have age groups?
Yes, we do. We've now expanded our fitness programs to 5 days a week, and usually around 4 in the afternoon we have the younger kids come, and then from 5 to 6 and 7 the older group comes in. And it's interesting, it's not only the elite athletes that we get, it's neighborhood people who just want to get in shape, some people who are training to go into the military, and it's co-ed too. We thought we would separate the two, but we took a poll and everyone unanimously decided that they wanted to train together. We've had very committed coaches in the past, make no mistake, they have been fantastic. But I think coaches, like teachers, become mentors for kids in so many ways. And for us to have a strong coaching staff that understand that those are the kind of skills we need to impart to our kids, that's what I really want to focus on going forward in the short and the long term. So we've been collaborating with organizations like the BASE, for example. They've been wonderful in reaching out and asking if we need coaches training, so I plan to take advantage of that.
And how old do you need to be a coach?
We just had some juniors and seniors in high school coach our Little League this year, and I have to tell you, these kids came up through ADSL, and I'm looking at that as a model because they were committed, they worked extra hours, they asked questions, they related to the kids better, they were really hard workers, and I'd like to see that happen more and more with our kids so that people know they can start as T-ball players and they can go all the way up to coaching and umpiring for the city, and
And there's career opportunities in that as well.
Absolutely.
Which we talk to young people about. There's opportunities in not just playing the sport, but in coaching it and refereeing or being an umpire in the sport as well.
It looks great on your resume, and it's helpful getting into higher academic institutions. It's just, there's
and a fun way to put money in your pocket.
Absolutely. They made a little bit of money this summer, so they are totally committed to coming back and bringing their friends, and we're doing some outreach to find more kids in the neighborhood to be interested in doing that.
Do you have to be in Dorchester? You might just want to come and
No, I know it is all Dorchester, but my vision is we're here to help kids who request the help or who want to be served or want to play, and I think that's the most important thing for me. So we do have kids, we have some kids from Quincy, we have kids from Mattapan, from Roslindale. We will take kids if they want to play, that we're more than happy to accept them in and make them part of our family.
So as we wrap up, I just want to give you an opportunity, if anyone is looking to reach out and support the All Dorchester Sports League in any way, certainly in time and in money or just contributions, what is the phone number or way that they might reach out to get you?
Sure. Well, our phone number is 617-287-1601. You can find that on our website. It's alldorchestersports.org. And you can also look us up on Facebook. We try to keep our photos posted pretty rapidly and keep it current. So different ways to do it, or stop by and ring the doorbell, and I'm happy to take you on a tour.
Excellent. So we're out of time. I want to thank you very much for coming on the program. It's been fun, as I thought it would be. And so we will look forward to an update, if not sooner, but no later than 3 years when we find out how the vision has been realized.
Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. That concludes our program today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And if you missed any episodes, you can get them on YouTube. This is Community Taking Action, and I'm your host, Eric Mitchell. Until next time.